Good morning friends. In this image, the fit up work is going on in a 700 dia district cooling underground pipes. So first we will see what is the proper way to do the pipe fit up and what are the things we should consider to avoid the issues. Next we will see the chilled water pipes welding process, welding positions, welding problems and lots of chilled water installation detail in a very detailed way. So let's start the video. So first for the chilled water pipes used for the underground district cooling system, normally pre-insulated carbon steel pipes, and the material which we are using is ASTM A53 grade B schedule 40 carbon steel with the insulation and HTP jacket. That means for the underground work, you can see this one, there is a carbon steel pipe is inside the main pipe. After that this one is a insulation parts. So this is normally polyurethane PUR foam insulation like you see in this image. So this type of insulation is used for the district cooling underground work, and after that over that insulation you can see the black color one, this is called as a HTP jacket. So this is used in the top of that one. So this is the first one. Next, coming to the above ground building pipes. So normally what happened, we use the same type of pipe, ASHRAE 53 grade pipes are used, but coming to the building, the insulation is different. That means we will use the post insulation, not the pre insulation. We will use the post insulation. So that insulation normally we have mostly we are using two different types, like flexible elastomeric closed cell insulation like you see here, or we are using the polyurethane insulation also like you see here. So this type of two mostly familiar one in the post installation for the above ground pipeline. So first in this image you can see the pre-insulated carbon steel pipe has come from the manufacturer place. So it is coming with a proper end cap like you see here, proper end cap will be there. After that this is the main pipe. This pipe you can see, this is the main pipe, carbon steel pipeline which I told you in the grade now. After that the insulation is covered with the HTP jacket, and over that we have the HTP jacket. So this pipe will be off-roaded and it will be stored in a proper way for the fit up work. So first we need to understand what are the type of welds we have. So first is the butt weld. So butt weld like you see here, two straight pipe will be prepared in this way, and the butt weld will be done in the center of that one. And next one is the fillet weld like this one. The fillet weld will be performed here. This is the fillet weld area, and spot or seam weld will be done here. And the next one is the plug or slot weld like this one, and finally the edge weld at the two corners. So these are the five type of weld we normally have. Next, coming to the type of joints, the first joint which is mostly used in the chilled water system, whether it is underground or above ground building pipeline, is the butt welding, like a two straight pipeline, it's a butt welding. And the T joint like this one, so T joint will be there, and the lap joint, so lap joint will be performed, and corner joint, it can be a closed corner and it can be open corner. So these are the four types of joints we have. So in the left side of the image, you can see a person is preparing some fabrication work like in the directly in the pipeline. This is the 1000 mm dia pipeline, sorry 800 mm dia pipeline. So here he is performing some fabrication work. So I will explain you what are the fabrication, what are the types we have, and what is the proper way to do the fabrication first. I mean the fit up first. So coming to the pipeline, we can do different type of butt preparation like I mentioned here. You can prepare the single bevel like this, and coming to the next one, single V. This is 99% of the butt joint is prepared in this way for the welding. Single V type arrangement, you can see this type of arrangement in that image also, and single J type and single U type. And second, similarly, we have a double butt preparation also. If the pipe size is very high, for example, if you go to the hydro plant and this type of thing, the pipe size will be very high, like 2000 mm and 1800 mm dia. So that time what we can do, only the single preparation we cannot be made. So the welder can go inside also, inside the pipe also. So inside the pipe also he will prepare some weld, and outside the pipe he will do some welding. So that type of very high pipe size, very high thickness. Normally we go with a double preparation, like you see here, double bevel will be there, double V will be performed. So one joint, one time the welder will do the welding from outside, and from inside he will do the welding from this side. So double J and double U. So this type of different preparations we normally have for the pipelines. So coming to the preparation, the fit up, very important thing. First we see is a root opening. So the root opening, that means this is a single V preparation, and you can see the gap between these two. So I will explain you what is the exact size we have to keep for the different electrodes in a detailed way. First we will see what are the different arrangement we have. So first is a root opening. This is the area. If you are not maintaining proper root gap, this is called as a root gap, a root maintain open. So you will see this type of lack of fusion. That means the welding is fused at this point, so lack of penetration, and here also it is properly penetrated, but here there is no weld. So if you keep the gap very low, this type of things will normally happen. So we have to avoid this type of thing. And next, coming to the next one, we have the root face. So this area from here to here is called as a root face. So there should be proper root face we have to provide for the welding. And the next one is the groove face. So this is called as a groove face. So this should be properly provided for the welding. And after that we have the bevel angle. So bevel angle means from here to this area, this is called as a bevel angle. And next one is the groove angle. So groove angle means the overall opening. So from here to here, this overall opening is called as a groove angle. And additionally, you have to avoid the important thing of the misalignment when you keep the two pipes. So this should be the parallel way. It should not be like this, like one is low, one is high. So this type of high-low arrangement should not be there. It should be like a proper alignment should be there between two pipes. So when you go for the pipe fit up and welding, we normally follow this document called as a welding procedure specification, WPS. So coming to this one, so here you can see there is a detailed description is given here. We have to follow 4 mm plus or minus 1 mm for the root gap. So that means 3 to 4 mm we have to follow for the root gap. I will tell you why we have to follow this one very clearly. So then 1 plus or minus 0.8 mm for the root face we have to provide. And coming to the groove angle, it is 70 degree plus or minus 5 degree we have to provide. So this one we must follow. Based on this one we have to perform the fit up and the pipe welding. And coming to the next one, when you go for the welding, you can see the first step we are going with the first welding, which is called as a root pass. Here it is indicating number of passes. So first pass is the root pass. After the root pass, the second pass, which is called as a hot pass, HOT, hot pass. And the remaining passes, like whatever you are using to fill the pipes, that is called as a filling pass. And the final pass is a capping pass here. When it comes to the welding, there are plenty of welding methods are there. Like you see here, SMAW, sealed metal arc welding, we normally use for the chilled water system. And also we have the TIG welding, tungsten inlet gas welding. So there are plenty of methods are there. So mainly we are using the sealed metal arc welding. Is a very easy method for the chilled water application. And you normally see this type of welding machines and the holder and this thing in the chilled water pipes welding. And like you see in this image, we are using this welding electrode to weld the pipeline. So this welding electrode comes in different diameter, like 2.5 mm, 3.2 mm, 4 mm and different thing like that. So this electrode diameter will play an important role to provide the root gap of the pipe fit up. And also you can see this welding electrode. If you zoom this electrode, you can see there are one identification number is given in each electrode. For example, here they have given 7018. So here first is a 70 means it indicates 70,000 psi of tensile strength. So this welding electrode has 70,000 psi tensile strength. And the next step 1 means the welding position. So this electrode can be used in all position or not. That I will tell you how many position we have. Coming to the next one, what is the coating for the covering, because this electrode normally has a single metal. After that we are doing the coverings, like you see the white color, that is the covering of the bare electrode. So what is the covering you are using for this welding electrode? Here you can see in the left side of the image, this welder is doing the chilled water pipes welding by laying down on the ground. So this welding position is different. And coming to the next image here, he is welding from the top side. So the welding position is different. So there are different welding position, and this electrode should be able to do the proper welding in all the positions. First we will see what are the different welding position we have. Coming to the welding position, first is the plate. For the plate welding, you can see this position is called as a 1G position. Here axis of plate is horizontal. You can see this is the horizontal axis of the plate is available here. So this is the first position, and coming to the second position is the horizontal 2G position. Here is called as axis of plate is still horizontal because you see the axis of plate here where the welding is happening. So this is still horizontal. And coming to the next one, that is called as a 3G position. Here you can see we have to weld from the top to bottom. So this position is here, the axis of the plate is vertical. And coming to the fourth one is the overhead position. So you are standing down and you are doing the welding from the by seeing the top. So this is called as a overhead position, and the axis of plate is here horizontal. So this four position only for the plate. Coming to the pipe, the first position is called as a 1G. So here this is, you can see the axis of position, axis of pipe, it is horizontal one, and also the pipe can be rolled. So you can the pipe is rolling and you can weld on the pipeline. So this is the first position in the pipeline called as a 1G. And coming to the second 2G, you can see the axis of pipe is vertical. So the pipe will be vertical like this. Then you have to make the welding on this one. This is called as a 2G position. And coming to the 5G, here we don't have 3G, 4G. Directly we have the 5G. So 5G horizontal fixed. In the 1G we saw the pipe was rolling one, but in the 5G the pipe is a fixed one. The pipe shall not be turned or rolled while welding. So this position is called as a 5G position. So you have to weld all the way around. You have to weld like what we saw here. Our welder was welding in the down. The second picture, the welder was welding from the top. So this type of different position we have to weld. And coming to the last one, we have the 6G position. The 6G position, the pipe is fixed, but the issue is here the axis of weld is 45 degree. That means the pipe will be, this is the ground, that means the pipe will be like a 45 degree angle. So here in the 45 degree angle, the completely you have to weld. So this is the important position. Mostly the testing is done in the 6G position only. So it will qualify the welder to do all the position if he is passed in the 6G position welding. So in this electrode we saw the position as 1. So 1 means, so here it indicates 1 means this welding electrode can be used in all position. 2 mean this welding electrode can be used in a flat or horizontal fillet only. And 3 mean it is nowadays it is not used at the present time. Coming to fourth one, used for downhill progression. So here one important thing is there. Coming to the welding, the progression, we have two arrangements. One is the uphill and another is a downhill. So, for example, if you see in this image, the welder is doing the welding from the downhill like this. That means from the top, he will progress the welding towards the downhill. But if you have another position also, that means from the down to up. That means in that position, the welder will do the welding from down uphill. Uphill means from the down to up. That means from like this position they will do. From the bottom to up they will do instead of up to down like this. So this is also in place an important role. So the welding electrode will explain. This welding electrode can be welded for the downhill or uphill position. When come to the sealed diameter arc welding electrodes, there are plenty of electrodes are there, but I am highlighting here 5 important electrodes which is mostly used in the SMAW welding. The first electrode is E6010, then E6012, 7014, 7016 and 7018. Here 99% of the sealed diameter arc welding we use mostly two electrodes in the middle list, that is 6010 and 7018 only. This is mostly we are using. This two is a very less usage. So 6010, the highlight of this electrode is it is used for the deep penetration. So deep penetration means, if as I told you, we have the root welding. So initially when you weld from the top side, the weld metal, the electrode, this one has to reach till the bottom and it has to provide proper root filling. So this is very important. That's why this should have proper deep penetration. If deep penetration is not there, what will happen? This type of incomplete penetration will happen in the next side of the weld. That's why we should have an electrode that has very deep penetration, and that is the only reason we are selecting E6010 electrode for the root welding. So E6010 is done, and coming to the most usage electrode, that is E7018. So here first you see here they have given 111 in all the way. That means this electrode I can use for all the position. Just now I explained, we can use for the flat position, horizontal, overhead, all position I can use this electrode. So E7018, this is the electrode covering similar to E7016. So that means E7016 is this one. The electrode, as I told you, we have the bare electrode. Above bare electrode we have the white metal covering is there, so that is called as a covering. So this covering is similar to E7016. There is no difference of E7016 and 7018, but the very important thing between these two is we have the high percentage of iron powder is added in this electrode. So because of that one, it makes a big difference. So it has very adequate penetration, and it can be used at high travel speed also, and it's a low hydrogen electrode. So the hydrogen level will be very low at the E7018. So the cracking issue will be normally low in this type of electrode where we have the low hydrogen electrodes. So here I explained we are going to weld the pipe material using the WPS procedure. So here in the root pass we are using SMAW welding, and as I told we are using 6010 for very deep penetration, and we are going to use 3.2 mm electrode. And after that they have given some characteristic like what is the voltage we have to follow, what is the ambient range we have to follow, and travel speed what we have to follow. See, these are the things the welder will normally take care when we go for the welding. And coming to the next pass, after the root pass we have the hard pass. So hard pass, here they are recommending E7018, and filling, capping, all these things they are recommending E7018 and 3.2 mm welding electrode. So here you can see for the routing we have to use 3.2 mm welding electrode. So that is the reason here I told you in the root gap normally you have to provide 3 to 4 mm. So if you are welding with a 3.2 mm electrode, if you reduce the welding electrode gap here, so what will happen, the weld will not reach to the next level. And not only that, for example let's say that you are doing the welding from a top to bottom like this, and you have kept the root gap as 3 mm. So what will happen when you are welding from top side, because of the heat in the bottom side, the two pipe material will the shrinkage will happen, the shrinkage and the compression will happen. So if you have kept 3 mm here, so surely when you weld from the top side, because of the heat, this 3 mm will be reduced to 2.5 mm, 2.4 mm because of the heat, the shrinkage or compression will happen. So that is also the another reason. So this root gap normally we keep 3 to 4 mm, so slightly higher. So 4 mm also is a very perfect way to keep the root gap. So finally in this video we discuss about the weld metal like pipe fitter procurement, types of welding joint preparation like root gap, root face, welding electrodes and its types, and welding position. So in continuation of this video, in the next video we are going to discuss about the different type of welding issues like weld bead, excess reinforcement, and there are plenty of things are there regarding to welding issues. So all this issue with related reason and how to overcome the reason we will discuss in the next video. So thank you for watching the video. We will see you again with another interesting video.